1. Did you miss me? I'm BZB.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Danae.
And this is But
Actually,
Decent. Somebody pick up the
the pod.
phone.
The podcast.
get your list so we can go for a walk.
That's funny. Good morning. I mean,
Hey,
hey y'all.
y'all.
Not good morning.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh,
Oh.
first, please be sure to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on YouTube at Pod and Color, and we're on Facebook at But Actually Decent Pod, and we are on Instagram. So please give us a like, a follow, a share, and join the conversations. And by the time we hit this, it'll be Christmas.
This Christmas.
Hey.
So Merry Christmas,
Oh.
niggas.
Give us the sultry version then.
No, I won't. I won't. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, 'cause
Merry
that's what
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
Yes.
And all
Jesus
that.
is the reason
Nah.
for the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is now. Yes. That's the lyrics right there.
Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
You did that. You did that.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
y'all.
it.
How was y'all's weekends? Brian.
My weekend was good. It was a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. Did some headshots, took some pictures and whatnot, and got inspired, got very inspired. And 2025 is going to hold some very big things for the boy BZB. Yeah.
I know that's right. Raising the roof.
Come on, Danae. Raise the roof in the curb. We all fam.
Yeah. Raise that roof, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Woo!
Girl, you better raise that roof.
Walkers better watch out.
Yeah, right. Exactly. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. Yeah. So that was Saturday. Sunday was cool. Went to church. Didn't have an after church nap. But it was all good still. How about y'all? How was y'all weekend?
Hey.
I had I've been having some busy weekends. We went to, I call it Nipsey's now because I've gone 2 weeks in a row, so it's a regular now. So we went to Nipsey's, aka Margaritas. Me and my sister and one of our friends and our cousins, we all went Friday, and then Saturday I went to a place that sells adult treats of all kind, and yeah, and that was a time. Baskin
They got
Robbins.
31 flavors, all right.
You hear me? So we did that, and then I went to Azul, I think is the way you pronounce it. The restaurant on like in Africa, and I drove there, but I was going to meet with somebody, and it was cool. I'm glad we did, but it was it was my first time going there, so it was really nice. Nice off the water seating and all that stuff. It was cool. So I had a pretty good weekend. A pretty good weekend. What about you, Nay?
Ball is life right now. So had a game Friday, had a game Saturday. Oh well. After the game, I went and got my groceries. Made a stop by the store that has other adult treats. But in a liquid form.
Okay.
And then I was home. Yeah, for sure. And then Sunday, I really just did some stuff around the house. Did some basic cleaning, catching up on some laundry. You know what I've been doing lately is just watching old Dave Chappelle stand up. So I just kind of had those rolling all Sunday, and just did some work around the house.
I love the one where he was talking about the baby, the drug dealing baby. You remember
Sticks
that
and
one?
stones. I don't know.
Oh, that's
Is it
funny.
an
That
old one?
yeah, this one. Oh, this is probably
Oh
like
yeah.
2004, 2005, like something like
Oh
that.
yeah. I ain't go back that far. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. But nonetheless, it was I've been ripping and running the streets, and so it was nice to just be at home a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you be ripping and running too much, it'd be like, okay, I need to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, facts,
For
That
sure.
facts. Sweet. So yeah, we could get into our next segment.
huh?
What y'all mad about?
What
What
y'all
y'all
mad about?
mad
Am I
at?
the
Who
only one that's mad
mad?
about something?
Oh, it just be so good when you mad though. Why you mad?
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us why you mad, B. Tell us why you mad.
It's a
Tell us
couple.
why
It's a
you mad.
couple. It's a couple reasons why I'm mad. Number one, I'm kind of mad at myself for not ever watching The Color Purple. I never even seen the red. Don't. This is a safe space, right? I
It
see the
is.
Yeah,
It is.
eyebrows.
You're right.
I see it.
I
And I
didn't
told my
roll my
mama.
eyes.
I told
I
my mama. She
did.
said. She said, "Yeah, I know you. I know you did. I seen it." I told my mama. She said, "Where did I go wrong?"
Where? Mm.
But I'm also mad at Mister. What is wrong with him? I told Adrian
Mr.
earlier,
Stuff.
all he want to do is play his banjo and beat on his wife and kiss on Suge Avery.
In
That's
that
all he want to
order.
do.
Yeah,
Every single day.
that's pretty much it for him.
If he don't
Yeah.
hit one of them spots, then it's like his day is ruined. Then he
Then
Mm-hmm.
he
beat his
tables
wife
up,
even up.
whooping ass.
Exactly.
Whooping ass
No.
and taking names.
Yeah.
And yeah, get into that, please. Expound.
Whooping ass.
I thought
I
you was
don't.
gonna say something. No.
Nah, I don't have a ton to say about that.
But the third
But
thing that I'm mad at is
yeah.
I watched this YouTube video because I want to see somebody's like review of the new Color Purple, and she was basically saying like the man or the black man was like the boogeyman in this movie essentially, and the real boogeyman was white supremacy, and she was like, and really all they did was really bow to white supremacy and come under subject of like getting beat or something like that. But I'm just like, bruh,
Was
that's
this
what
Dr.
happened though.
Umar?
It had to be one of his students. I'm like, how they wrote the book, then they did the movie, then they did another movie. But I never read the book, but I imagine that's what happened in the book. I mean, like that's just somebody's interpretation of what was happening in 1901. I don't
Yeah,
understand it.
people always say that the book was more like goes in more in depth more about like individual characters and stuff, but I never
Mm.
read it.
But I
And
I
feel
mean,
like that's how
honestly,
books be anyway, though.
oh
yeah,
yeah, for
but
sure. You can't capture everything on a movie, but even still, she was just saying like period, like basically the only boogeyman shouldn't have been the black male. And I understand what you're saying, but this is the artist
Alice
representation. Like
Walker.
this is what came out of their brain though. I don't
Yeah.
and I've said this before. I just feel like we should have more black directors to have more movies and whatnot.
Because Color Purple was um produced by a white person.
I think the
Oh,
director was Steven Spielberg.
oh, Steven Spielberg. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
Well,
who
there you
wrote the
go.
book, but
Alice
um
Walker.
oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm mad at her because bruh, it's a movie. It's okay. It's really
Because
okay.
who told Purple to beat me?
You're right. That was crazy. That was a wild ride, I will tell
It
you. It
was.
was.
It
I
definitely
was
was.
I wasn't really prepared. I don't know what I could have did to really prepare myself, but now I definitely
Mhm.
want to go back and watch the original one.
Oh, you watched the new
That was my
one.
next question. That was
Yeah,
my
I watched the
Oh,
new
okay,
one.
okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never
But I
seen the
know
new one.
I ain't seen the new one either. You gotta watch the
Yeah, I feel
original.
like
I
I'm
thought y'all was talking
original.
about the new
No,
No.
one.
I was
That's
so proud. That's why I didn't bring
crazy.
it up. I was so proud. I'm like, I'm so proud of him. And now you over here being a young nigga, and you
Yeah, you
watching
gotta
the
watch the
new
old one.
one.
I'm being a YN. Dang, that's
You
crazy.
are.
I don't think YNs watch The Color Purple though. I don't think that's
And they definitely don't listen to Ricky Dillon.
and they definitely don't listen to Ricky Dillon.
They don't.
Right. And they definitely don't listen to Genuine. They definitely don't listen to
Hey,
Genuine.
hey, now.
Hey, no.
No.
I'm just saying.
No,
Like,
but I know where you're going with that.
YNs don't listen to Genuine
Dang.
and don't watch The Color Purple.
Fix it.
So
Watch
fix
Color
it.
Purple and fix it.
Oh, that was for me. Fix it.
Yes, you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich.
Well, I feel like that's an episode and stuff because now I want to ask about movies, but we will be so far off topic.
Yes.
It'll be right. It'll be 13
But we can
o'clock.
come back to
all right.
it. Right.
We're gonna get into the meat of the
It'll be
episode.
Tuesday. Like so, then
Brian
Did
be
you
like,
know
so my
Mister wasn't
kids,
his real name?
the kids upstairs open the gift shop. I gotta go. It'll be
Right, I
2
really
days
gotta
later.
go. We've been here for like 2 days. We only get 50 hours of streaming on StreamYard. Like we are way over the time. That's funny. Oh yeah, okay. So it's back to me. My Beezy offer wisdom. Bow. Beezy offers wisdom is about procrastination. I basically read an article. I've said about procrastination before, and I'm gonna say it again, and I'm probably keep saying it. I read an article where they were basically like, if you have trouble doing something, it's not because you're like incapable of doing it. It's because it's almost like you're scared, like you don't know what to do, or you feel like this is going to take more time than it's actually going to take. So the remedy for that is spend 5 minutes on the task. And then after 5 minutes, if you're still not feeling it, like come away. But like 95% of the time, once you spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes on it, you like, I could just go ahead and finish it now. Because oftentimes that task didn't take you a whole lot to finish it anyway. And that definitely happened to me this weekend. And I should have just finished it. I got this like a month ago. I should have just finished it, but I didn't. And it didn't take that long. So I should have just spent 5 minutes on it a long time ago. That's how it be. That is how it be.
Yeah. All right. Adrian.
All right. So welcome back to another episode.
Oh. Okay.
We gotta change our voice a little bit. Danae, I feel like you should get like an accent. B can be he's so Harlem, it makes no sense. But Danae, I feel like you gotta get like we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that. But this episode is going to be a fun one. As you can tell, we all have on our Christmas shirts. Let's show our shirts. Danae's shirt says in his house.
That's funny.
I have a Spider-Man Santa number with a little hat and a little mug. And Brian J. Blige has
a gangster
rapper.
That's cute.
Chris Kringle.
So that's where we are with this
that's
episode. Chris Folks is crazy. Where we are with this episode, I want you all to get comfortable and like we're just gonna have a Christmas conversation as adults. And everybody in the world loves Martin. I just believe that. Everybody watches Martin. Everybody knows every episode. That's the thing. So I wanted to go. I wanted to talk about an episode. It was episode 10, season 5 of Martin. It was entitled Scrooge. The episode came out in like 96, and it was just Martin. He was visited by his Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future, and just it showed different parts of him, and it showed the part for Christmas past where his Christmas spirit had kind of been taken away from him. Everybody was going down to Nipsey's to help feed the homeless and stuff, but he just wasn't into it. He had lost his Christmas spirit, so then they went back. And it got to the point where he opened his gift and he had some Chuck Taylors, or so he thought, and they were fake, and the kids were making fun of him. So then at that point is when he lost his Christmas spirit. So I was watching that episode, and as a podcast we watched it. And so I just wanted to ask you just a few questions, and we're gonna go through the Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future. So it's just conversation pieces. I just want to bounce things off each other because I feel like we're getting to the point, because now this is episode 25.
Quarter.
25, and so I feel like because even now as a listener as well, when I listen to our podcast, I'd be like, if I didn't know us, like I'd be like, okay, I could say this about Danae, I could say this about Brian, I could say this
Don't say
about
nothing about me.
Oh,
I do. I definitely be saying stuff about you. I got all kind of stuff, but I feel like we're creating our character development, and so as our community grows, because I believe that's happening, people are getting a better understanding of who we are and like how we kind of view things, and so conversations like this are always fun. And then, like I said, by the time this episode airs, it will be Christmas, and we wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. And so as the kids are playing with their stuff and you walk around the house and cleaning up and stuff, just put the podcast on. Just have a conversation with us. And we're going to start with the Christmas past. So let's go down memory lane, and we'll start with Danae. What is your most memorable Christmas as a kid?
I have two. One, this is when we lived in Texas. I was always able to open like one gift before we went to church, and then I could open the rest after, or like, whatever. And my one gift, I was eyeing it for a long time, and I was just like, ooh, when I get my chance, I'm coming for you. Okay? I know, right? And like, did y'all ever like try to rip off a little corner or something?
Yes.
Like trying to see what was in it? Yeah. So I was doing that, and it was a pogo stick, and I pogoed my life away. I was so happy. Like, I don't even know what or why, but I just was ready to just pogo.
Do you remember asking for one, or it was just a thing that your mama got?
I was definitely, like the department stores used to have the wish book around Christmas that came out, and it was like just the whole department store in a book. It would be like JCPenney's or Sears or something like that. And I would like cut things out and leave them like paint, like taped on stuff, and like just all over the house. And honestly, I don't know that I probably like expressed some kind of interest in pogo sticking, which very random, right? But
very
that's who I was.
Such as life as a kid.
That's who I was. And I ended up, and I had a junior, like they had the junior pogo stick, and that's just like when you first learning how to like balance yourself and how to like actually get to jumping. And then once you get through that, you got like the real live pogo stick. And that
was
one,
levels to this.
It was definitely levels, and I was pogoing away, and they were just I'm like, them neighbors hate me.
Tearing that grass up.
They probably tear the grass up. There's that. And then one Christmas, I remember like feeling, I was double digits, still a child though. And feeling like, oh, I didn't even really get a lot this year. Like, and then I went downstairs and I remember I got like a stereo with the 2 speakers and like a full stereo, and I got a bike. And like the big ticket items, they just put in the basement. And so like, you get clothes and books and workbooks and all. I'm like, I don't want this.
I don't want this.
Where is the fun stuff? And then I got my bike. And that and Shauna my sister got a bike too, and it was down there in the basement, and we was just like, yeah, let's do it. Riding our bikes down the street in the ice cold.
Yeah.
Freezing.
But just riding up and down the driveway.
Listen. Okay. Yep.
Those are some
Okay.
memorable. That's the same year my mama got a fur coat and she wore it all day on Christmas.
No, that's right. Y'all was in Texas
Mama
or
gonna love the fur
Chicago?
We
coat.
were here. We were definitely here. And
Did they get it
she
from
wore.
Adriana first?
I don't know.
The
But I mean,
luxury
where
that
else do
you
you get a fur
deserve.
coat if it ain't from Adriana?
Yeah,
If it
you're
ain't Bella
right.
Noche's,
Uh,
oh my God, okay.
hell
They
can
got
we say?
another place. I
But
can't think.
yeah,
It's
she
what the
and it was a
other place.
beaver. I remember being like, a beaver.
I don't know the thing. That's
Yeah.
fancy.
You saw that and said, "Damn."
You are grown up.
I called it.
Woo! I am crazy. Oh man, I'm crazy.
What about y'all?
Yeah. B, please.
Corny.
That was a good one. You got that
Damn.
crazy.
And it don't
It's
stop.
really the
Okay.
delivery though. um, yeah, so I can remember going to my grandfather's house. We used to spend Christmas over there, like Christmas Eve, really, and we would just be in the front room. Everybody, just like I remember our aunties telling us, like, okay, everybody, y'all go to sleep. And then y'all wake up, it'll be Christmas. They was just really trying to get us to shut up for real. That's really what it
Mhm.
was. But yeah, we could open up one gift like when we got home at like it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then when I woke up, then I could open up the rest of the gifts. And I could just remember like it wasn't no lights on or anything when we left. And then when we came home, somehow they turned the tree on and it just looked so magical. I think I was like 7 or 8. And it was like, I was like, oh my goodness, it's like Home Alone for real. It was great. And listening to Donnie Hathaway and also going through like the neighborhoods and looking at people
The
lights
light.
and
Yeah.
commenting. I know they like Bill High. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, those were really, really, really great times.
That's a
Okay.
very black phrase. I know they
That's
like Bill High.
I know they like
gotta be high.
gotta be. I think for me, the first one that come to mind, it was 1 year. And typically like my mom will put stuff out, like she may not put everything, but like it'll be something like every week or something. And then
Mm.
this year she didn't put anything out. So we were looking like, I mean, so what's going on? Like, there's nothing. And so it was like Christmas Eve night. And my room was off the stairs because we lived on the second floor. And my room was off the stairs. And my Uncle Dirk, God rest his soul, was coming up, bringing it, because I guess she hid all the stuff at his house. He was coming up the stairs and he was like, it don't make no damn sense. Here's all this shit. And I was like, oh, shit. We got
There you go.
action.
Right.
So I still didn't know. We still
We
didn't
got
know what it
action.
was. And then, of course, you got to fake sleep because I literally
Right.
hear my mama. And my room, to add insult to injury, my room was off the living room where the tree was. So imagine having your door shut and you just supposed to be fake sleep. I was in there like, I hear them. I hear them bags. I know it's something. That Santa Claus shit ain't real.
Ah.
And so I remember we woke up and I came out the room and of course I was like, and I had like every single thing Power Ranger like that you could think of.
Mhm.
I even had a Power Ranger phone. We only had one phone line. We were in an apartment at this time.
Right.
But but I had a phone, I had a piggy bank. I had so much Power Ranger shit. Instantly I was like, okay, I want to go clean my room. Like that's what
Yeah.
I did on Christmas in a very Aiden fashion. But that was like one of my most memorable Christmas. Just I think being surprised, and then like
Mhm.
it's a bunch of us, and we all had like an island. So like the living room was like covered, like nobody's stuff was together. And mom used to use different wrapping papers for us, and like it was always a thing.
Mhm.
But that would be mine, and I think that's important to have those memories because being grown and being your case for now you're the only parent of the podcast right now, and you gotta be Christmas. Like, so it's good for you to
Mhm.
go back and think about the time when, like you said, when
Mhm.
you were 7, just to kind of like reflect it in you. Now you know the memories that you're making for Blake and Brooke, because they gonna get older and they gonna remember, blah blah blah. So I think
Mhm.
it's for us as adults, it's also fair to give ourselves just a few minutes to sit in that space of just the Christmas past. Um, what our next question is: what was your most, like, the biggest Santa Claus Christmas that you had? Rather you made cookies, you wrote a letter, you, like, what was your thing where you was like, I'm looking out for Santa Claus this year? Do you remember your last time where you were Santa Claus?
Um, maybe this is, I don't know. I feel like I never was allowed to believe in Santa Claus. Like
Mm.
I can think back rather far, and I remember hearing, "Ain't no fat white man bought you nothing. I bought
Yeah.
this."
I bought this.
Uh, and so it just kind of was just always like, I mean, sure, like the Easter Bunny represented the holiday, but that's not really what's happening over here. Yeah, I don't that was not
Interesting. I
um
don't know if I knew that, but then
yeah.
again,
I
maybe,
mean, are you
maybe.
shocked?
And that's why
Are
I
you
said, now that I said that out loud,
Yeah.
So, B,
Mm-mm.
did y'all Santa Claus?
Nah, we ain't do Santa Claus neither. Uh-uh.
I mean, we was
I,
leaving chicken and dressing out for him. We was doing. We
Dang.
made Santa Claus a drink. Like, we were legit. It was to the point of, like, you. And then if you wake up, I remember being like little, under 10 for sure. And I remember waking up and seeing like the cookies and like the crumbs. You couldn't tell me.
Mm.
Now we have lived in an apartment majority of my life. So what chimney did I think he was coming down? I don't know.
He uh-uh.
We ain't got. They said Santa Claus come up the stairs. So do we come through the gangway?
nah, not the gangway.
Do he ride the elevator
Chicago,
or do he walk up the
Southside
stairs?
Saint Nick.
Right, right, right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's funny that y'all did, and like for us, it was. I mean, big.
Hmm.
Like, it was to the
Yeah.
point, my mom used to, because y'all know my mom's voice is heavy. My mom used to call my auntie kids when we were little, and like she would be Santa Claus,
Oh.
and
Oh
then
wow.
auntie would call us. I knew what was going on, but like for my sisters and
Uh-huh.
stuff, it was like that. I mean, it would be a thing. So that would be like when you knew it was time to go to bed,
He calling
and
to say I'm on my way.
I'm on my way, and I can't come in the
I'm
house if
5 minutes
y'all woke.
away.
I'll be in the room like, don't you worry, Santa Claus.
I promise I'm gonna be
I
asleep when you get
promise I'm gonna be. I'm counting sheep and could not go to sleep to save my life.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
but
I
Santa
feel I
Claus was big for us.
How
I feel
long
like
do you think? Okay, go ahead, B.
well, I was just gonna say, I feel like up to a certain point, up until I was like maybe, I don't know, like 6 or 7, and I was like, yeah, Santa Claus," and they was like, "Yeah, son, let me tell you something real quick. All right,
Right. Yeah.
okay, we go to work every day. All right, so you write your list to me. All right,
Right. Mama and daddy. Okay. We
right,
did this. Like
Wow.
I have a coworker that this was the first year that his kid, his oldest, was not believing in Santa. And it you could tell it was like gut wrenching for him because it's like this balance of okay, he's getting older. I don't want him to be the
yeah,
only kid
right,
that is believing, but
How old
like,
was he?
and he's in sixth grade, fifth or sixth grade, so
mm,
fifth or sixth grade.
He still
Um,
believe
so people run their households differently, right?
Yeah.
right, very
But
true.
also being fearful, like the couple was very fearful that it was gonna happen at school, and then like they couldn't protect him from it. Like, what kind of
Right.
reaction would he have if like
Mm,
his friends are saying one thing, like, no, we gonna be the ones to tell you, and then
yeah.
it's your job not to go ruin it for your little brother or go ruin it for somebody else, but we just letting you in on the secret.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, okay. Okay, so y'all didn't Santa Claus. I Santa Claus. Um, so and just thinking of Christmas past, like today, Brian and Danae, and 10 years ago, Brian and Danae. How are your views on Christmas? What does Christmas feel like for you now compared to 10 years ago?
Now you go first.
Um, I now am in a place where it's much less about gift giving. I have just found that like having an experience with family, or like a nice meal, like a really, really good meal, or just gathering together as opposed to what you can give. And sometimes, like, I have been guilty of giving out of a place that I didn't even really have, and then dealing with the repercussions of Christmas after, when it was just like, maybe maybe there are other ways to show your love and show your appreciation. I was talking to somebody about this. I try to be giving all year round so that there's not as much pressure around Christmas to come through. And so now again, it's just about experiences, right? So like, I want to get together and be around the people I love and people that love me. That would be an ideal Christmas. I also want to be comfortable. I want to be in my pajamas. I want to be um, at home. I don't really need to be out in the streets, or like even just the hustle and bustle of like buying gifts. Even though a lot of people don't go to the stores anymore, there are a lot of people that get a rush out of going to the stores, and that just causes me a whole lot of stress that like I don't really want to have to do a lot of. I also realize that I'm probably able to do that a lot more because we don't have many little kids. In my like in my immediate family there are none, but in
Right,
my
right,
family there are a few.
right.
So that I feel like Christmas is for the kids now.
Hmm.
Okay.
And even 10 years ago, yeah, I probably was just that's probably why I got the credit card that I got now.
A lot of
Yeah.
them is gifts.
Yeah, yeah, just
Okay.
stuff, just buying stuff, and
Just
yeah.
buying stuff. Yeah, I would agree
What
with
about
you,
you?
Nay. I feel pretty much the same. Christmas for the kids, and it's really important to have the in like the non tangible things, the stuff that you can't buy. That's the actually the best presents of spending time with your family, because as we are getting older, our parents are getting older, our aunties, favorite aunties and stuff, and uncles are
Mhm.
getting older, and you just understand your parents a lot better when they would be talking about their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If they, like my parents are no longer here, um, so I understand when they like just want to go over there, just sit with them and just talk,
Mhm.
and just anytime they could, but
Mhm.
especially around the holidays, like they made it a priority. We have to get over here for at least some time before we go and kick it with our friends or whatever the case. That's very important. So yeah, I
Yeah.
would say the same.
And I promise I'm not trying to be like y'all, but I'm gonna say the same.
Me too.
But here's
What he
why.
said?
Because
What he
no,
said?
because that's so true. Because I remember, and I'm saying that's how I see Christmas now. I remember at one point I cared about what I was giving, and how I was giving it, and it had to have this kind of paper, and it has to do this, and it has to be this detailed. Like I wanted to do that because in my head that was me show that was the only way that I knew um people would feel loved, or so I thought. So that was a thing for me, and like you said, just spending money like you know you don't have it. You're literally hurting yourself. So that was me 10 years ago, and in that space. But like, what's changed now is like you both said, just the experiences. And I think something I really love is like my grandmother has pictures of like my mom and them when they were kids, and like Christmas was huge then. And like everybody got together, and it wasn't you getting together, no shade, because I enjoy being comfortable as well. But people were like in suits,
Yeah.
like dressed up, like having like dinner, and like yeah, it's still you still cooking at home, but everybody's suited and booted. And I was just like, that is the part that I want. That's what I want today. That does not mean I don't want nobody
Yeah.
to, not buy me a Range Rover. That's not what I'm saying. But no, but just those experiences for sure. That is for sure how my views of Christmas have changed. I can say over the last 10 years, but I love that we're all, and maybe that's we're getting older and
We're
we see the
aligned.
value of
Yeah.
some shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. So, that is a lot of the stuff that happened from our past. Let's talk about present. What is what's a tradition that you and your family may have for Christmas that you guys have been doing for, Christmas after Christmas?
Matching PJs.
Matching
Oh.
PJs. Okay.
Yeah.
Has that always been a thing in your house?
Always.
Okay. I
As
cause,
far
cause I
back as
feel
I know.
I could see
Even
that.
I have tried to take it over. Like for example, this year I bought the same thing as always. And my mom was like, "Yeah, well, I got y'all pajamas." I'm like, "Okay, well." So yeah, I know for sure every year I will get some PJs for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And so I think that's something like if and when I have a child, I would like to keep that tradition kind of going because it's
Okay.
just because I think the anticipation that kids have, I think that's where it was birthed around like, ooh, tomorrow Christmas, like nothing like going to bed. That's probably why I am like I am now. With a fresh pair of PJs, get in the shower, take your bath, whatever, put on your PJs, and in the morning, you get some new stuff. You get to
Get
have
some
some
new
fun
stuff.
with your new
Uh-huh.
stuff. So pajamas have always been a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
B.
For us is really um going over my parents' house and then going over my wife's parents' house. We used to do, I don't know why we don't do it anymore, but we used to do like a Christmas Day brunch at one of our cousins' house. And I remember when we first got together, bro, we hit like 4 houses and on Christmas. I said, "Oh my God." It started to
Mhm.
feel like you was in a cafeteria, like, okay, next. You want some dressing? You want some chicken? Like we did this 4 times. This was crazy. So we don't do
Yeah.
as many houses, but I think this year we might be doing like 3 or 4 actually, to be honest.
Woo.
Jesus.
Yeah. And to be honest, I prefer that over hosting any day.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
day. I don't like hosting for not really. I was just
I will be hosting, and so I will be gearing up for that this evening into
you gotta get
the
your
wee
mind
hours of
right.
the morning. I
Mm.
do, and I
Yeah.
need to stretch. Honestly,
You do.
Mm-hmm.
I need to heat my back. I need to get my life together because
Yeah.
hosting ain't no joke.
It's
Hosting ain't
not.
no, it's not.
Mm-mm,
It's really
mm-mm.
not. Adrian, how about you?
A tradition that we have is we've been doing a grab bag for I don't know how long. Like we've been doing it for a while, and it changes like over time. Obviously, when we first started, it was like $10 and something. And so like now, I think we're at like 50 or 60 or something,
Mm.
like I don't know, something like that. But like just to see it, and we like it's a thing. So that's something we look forward to. And then with that, that's usually I think we're doing gingerbread house competition. Like we do pizza
Mm.
competition, or like so we have like stuff like that we do on Christmas Eve, and my mama make all kind of just bacon covered pineapples. I don't know, like it just be crazy stuff.
What?
Yeah, she just make all kind of stuff, and then we just eat and drinking, and we exchange gifts, and it's a good time. But that's definitely a big one for us is our grab bag.
Hmm.
So it's cool to know what y'all got going on, Brian. Bless y'all in those four houses, cause whew,
Ooh.
yeah, So your Christmas present, you right now, what determines if somebody gets a gift?
I ain't buying nothing for grown folks this year.
Same.
None of them. It's the
Okay.
first time though. Um, but yeah, I, can you reframe the question? Could you see the internal battle?
I
Uh,
do.
okay.
Um okay. Not so much, let's shift. So not so much what determines who gets a gift, but what's something that you're excited about giving this year?
I am hosting,
That's a gift within itself.
and people will be grateful. I'm gonna
Nah,
tell you.
fixed it.
Uh, um, yeah, I like this year. I really, like I said earlier, wanted to put my effort into providing a nice experience, right? And so got a lot of did a lot of shopping, uh, and got some quality ingredients to make a nice quality. Sometimes I feel like after Thanksgiving, like I don't want that again. Like I don't want that kind of food
Exactly.
again. I don't want
Exactly.
it's only so much dressing
Right.
and greens I can eat. And so going in a different direction. We've done meals. I like I'm kidding because I like the hustle and bustle of hosting. Like just trying to get everything together and make sure everything is out nice and everybody got a glass and all that stuff. I enjoy that. So this year, that's what I'm giving.
Hmm.
That's
That's
what I
which
am
is
giving.
big. Which is
Yeah.
big.
Mm-hmm.
Brian,
What was the question one more time?
what's something that you're excited about giving this year?
Oh, yeah, I'm just really excited to I guess give my presence because I'm so amazing to
Mm-hmm.
to everybody as we spend time.
Yeah.
So I'm just really excited about spending time and really taking time away from work and just really being present with the people that you most love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Word up. Word up. Something that I am excited about.
Is that my Audi truck?
Listen, if as my mom say, if I had, I throw it on the ground and make you get it. That's what she said. If she really wanted, if I had, I throw it on the ground and make you pick it up, like or something like that. To the point
That's
of
funny.
you gonna get it. So, but
Mm.
listen, let me if it Lord say the same between
Yeah.
now. But well, first of all, it ain't got to be Christmas. It can be any given day. I realize.
You can run it whenever.
You
Okay.
can run it whenever,
But if that
actually.
is my reality, let me tell you, we are going to have a Audi party. But something I'm just excited about giving is like we had a grab bag at work, and I was excited because I had like little riddles on outside of the gift to kind of give a clue about what the gift was or whatever, or maybe I'll write something that rhyme or whatever. And I just love to see people's face when I give them something. So like my family grab bag, I'm excited to give my sister a gift because I know that she is going to love it, and I'm just excited to see it. And I want her to have the moments because she be looking out. She be looking out for people, and I love to see her have those moments. So I'm excited about giving my grab bag gift for sure.
You know what? You know what? Something I look forward to is once I get at the place that I want to get, I want to get like really all of the people that I really like love something that they probably wouldn't even buy themselves. Um, that's what I would
Yeah.
like to do when I'm like really rich, and something that they love could be like a Louis bag or something. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
one day I'm gonna get this. It's the day. Merry Christmas.
yeah, yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Oh.
yeah. That don't sound too bad.
Yeah. Oh, me?
That
You
don't.
shouldn't have.
So we touched on things from our past and things that we've done
Give
and
me that bag.
current traditions. I can't stand y'all. So let's look into the Christmas future. Um, what does an ideal Christmas look like for you? And whoever want to take a stab at it first, but just like this is the
I
Christmas.
ideal now or ideal in my ideal life?
Hello. Give me that
Let's
bag.
let's do ideal for today. Let's do ideal
Okay.
for today.
Yeah, ideally for Christmas. So Christmas Eve night, I would put on my new PJs, do all that, slather on up, put on my new PJs, wake up in the next morning, have a little something to nibble on while, uh, preparing the food and making sure everything is all right. Maybe have me a little mimosa. Um,
Little
have some
secco.
a little secco.
No sacco.
Have some good old black Christmas tunes in the background. Some good Christmas smells. Um, until the food takes over. I would have people over about midday. Um, feed them, sit around and reminisce and talk a little shiggity and maybe play some games and stuff. Then we head on out. Like just have fun in company of people that want to be here, and it's not about what them coming to pick up a gift or them coming
Right.
to give me anything. Just
Mm-hmm.
come kick it with a nigga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Come
kick
kick
it
it with
with
a nigga.
me.
Oh, kick it
Yeah.
with a nigga.
Okay. B, what
Yeah,
about you?
I would say pretty much the same thing. Just spending time with people you love and whatnot. Mine is a little bit different than hitting up them faux houses. You already know, but
Hmm.
yeah, spending time with the people you love. That's the most important thing. For sure.
I think in addition to that, I'm not gonna say the same thing like y'all again. In addition to that, I wanna be I wanna feel grateful. Like actually
Yeah.
feel it and really see like the beauty in the day. That would be ideal for me. And so whether that looks like me, rolling over on my 5,000 thread count Egyptian sheets or whatever, but I just want to be grateful. Just want to be very grateful and just like
Hmm.
very thankful about the things that we take for granted, like walking or breathing, things like that. So that would definitely be mine for what an ideal Christmas. Because if I'm grateful, then I can deal with some shit. I can deal with some shit. So
Yeah.
I want that. I want the energy for real. Um, what's something what's something you want to do? You're gonna do different this year, for Christmas that you maybe haven't done before. It's a new thing. I'm trying it out. We're gonna see what happens.
Hmm. Yeah, I already kind of said Um, like the not giving gifts to
Uh-huh.
everybody. Usually give gifts to.
Mhm.
Just because that's I'm not in that place right now, and it's not uh like I don't that would not be authentic to me right now to like go and get gift cards or go to Dick's Sporting Goods and and it truly it has nothing to do with finances. It has nothing. It's just like that's not where I'm finding value, and that's not the value that I want to um share with people right now. And maybe I don't know. Maybe that's selfish. Maybe that's putting my own thoughts above what people want. But I, in some ways, like I know that like I've been down this road before with how I feel after Christmas, and I think switching up my approach might make me feel a little bit
Better.
better um
Yeah.
when yeah. And
Okay.
I'm not huge on gifts anyway. Like people always I almost like I'm always appreciative. Let me just start out by saying that. But when people give me gifts, it's always very awkward for me because like I don't want to open it in front of them. Like I rather bring like, you know, like at work, people give you gifts and stuff, and I'm like, well, I just rather wait till Christmas because I feel like it's like
Mm.
you like it, like okay,
Okay.
okay. I don't want that pressure. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
thank you. I just don't want to do it right now. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. um, B, anything you're adding or to your Christmas this year that you maybe didn't do in the previous years?
Um, I hate to be like a parrot, but kind of the same thing that Danae was saying. Because I mean, yeah, we're not doing as much like gifts. Like we took care of our children for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah, and that's about it. Because even I talked to my mom a lot, and she was like, take care of me on my birthday. That's when you can worry
Mm.
about me. On my birthday, it's a different story. But Christmas, like, it's the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also a new thing, we have been for the past 5 years hosting on Christmas Day, but we're not hosting this year, and it just kind of happened like that. So um I think I did actually kind of look forward to going to different people's houses, and that's something
Mhm.
that was not there for the past 5 years. So
Okay.
I'm excited to actually go out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? I think something that I'm adding, and I guess I didn't plan on adding, but it is I'm usually having a Christmas at home by myself, and now I'm having a Christmas with my sister and my niece. So I haven't seen a kid on Christmas in a minute, and I feel like that's just a whole
Mm.
different kind of energy.
Yeah.
And Zoe being Zoe, so I'm sure to be entertaining. So that's something new for me, just in this space that I'm in currently. And so that's something I'm excited to see because I'm always the adult that wants to play with the kids' toys, and like I want them to hurry up and open it and rip the
Mhm.
paper off, and let's get to business. Like nobody
Oh,
have time to be.
so do you know what she got? Like what she's gonna be most excited
Don't
for?
tell her, she might listen to this podcast.
She actually
But
might.
you want to know what's the funniest thing, low key
As
though,
a matter
about
of
her?
fact, she right behind you.
You're
She's right
right.
here because she
Right
always
next to
say
the piano.
if I'm going somewhere, she's like, Uncle Pooties, are you going to record your podcast? And I'm just
Aw.
That's
like, oh, she's
funny.
like, I think you really like doing your podcast. I said, I do.
Oh,
And I
Aw.
know
out of the
what's coming.
out of the
So
mouth
how
of
do you
babes.
do a podcast?
Right,
And I'm like,
right.
here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I
She
would
gotta be
do
a
a
guest.
podcast. So she
She gotta
is
be a
about
guest
it.
on here.
But you know you can't do one without the other.
Well,
You know
true.
you can't. You know
And
you can't.
Brian, yours too. That camera shy. Get him on this camera.
Get them on there.
My
But
daughter
yeah,
is
so
not. She's a star.
Oh yeah,
She is not shy at all. She probably got her own podcast. I don't even know about
she
actually.
probably do.
She
So
wait, hold on.
guys,
Right, exactly. I was playing like a something like it was an Instagram video or something like that, and she turned around. She said, "Is that TikTok, girl? What you know about TikTok?" They be at the daycare. Did you see that TikTok, girl? Nah, girl, I ain't
right?
seen
because you know they be talking about it.
it.
Uh-huh. Are
You
you?
know
Little
they
old
do.
ladies, little old
Yes,
ladies.
yes.
Yes, but I really
Oh.
really I enjoyed this conversation because I feel like it wasn't a something you can plan an answer to, but it just kind of lets you know
Mhm.
like the very first thing that comes to mind. So it's generally who we really are or what we really feel. Because then when you can soup it up, then you'll say like something super magical, and it's like, yeah, but that's not really who you are, you know. So I think that was cool, and it's good to see. I'm surprised y'all didn't have Santa Claus. I'm still tripping on that. But I guess I'm not surprised. Maybe I just don't want to be the minority.
It's
um,
okay.
but just a good look into Christmas, and I am looking forward to us all having a wonderful Christmas. Do we have
Final thoughts.
any final thoughts? Anything you want to mention before we boogie out?
I'm
I was
about to
taking
be.
pictures.
Go ahead.
I was taking pictures at this at two Christmas parties actually, where they hire carolers. And so the first Christmas party, same company, same carolers. They said, "Do you have any requests?" And I was thinking, I was like, "Y'all don't know no Donny Hathaway. There's no way that y'all know this Christmas." And so I didn't say anything, right? So the second Christmas party, they said, "Do you have any requests?" And I was like, "No, I don't have no any requests." They was like, "Okay," and they started singing Donny Hathaway this Christmas. And it
Wow.
it was
Oh.
very proper, and this Christmas will be. It was very proper, but they snapped though, and I was like,
Huh.
wow, like wow, that was crazy to see. I was like,
Did they
wow,
go do 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 do
yeah,
do do do
yeah.
do
It was
do?
like da 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 da. Shake a hand, make a friend. Da 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 da. Yeah,
It's this for
yeah.
me. That is
Right.
hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now you can take us out, though.
All right. Well, don't forget, Santa Claus ain't got nothing on this.
No.
Uh, 'Cause Jesus again is the reason for the season.
That's what the
Reason,
song
But
say.
nah.
have some quality time with your family, love on them a little bit more, because it is the holiday season, because the holiday season is not easy for everybody.
Yeah.
Um, and so reach out to your loved ones. If you don't see or hear from people, still just send them some love, because everybody needs to give love on Christmas Day.
That's what Stevie say.
Stevie did say it. All right. And then meet us back here next week as we getting ready for the new year.
Yeah.
Maybe not that. Yeah, yeah. New year 2025. Um,
You been listening to too much Kendrick.
24. And we'll be actually decent with you when you get back. Okay. Happy
Yes.
holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
Merry Christmas. Merry
More
Christmas.
Chrimih, y'all.
Happy Chinooka. Did y'all see Smokey say that? He was trying to say Hanukkah, but he kept saying Chinooka. And he was like, I don't know what Chinooka is, but happy
Chinooka.
Chinooka. Like, happy
Chinooka is
Chinooka, happy Kwanzaa,
hilarious.
happy all that stuff.
Happy
Merry
all that.
Christmas.
Happy
Merry
holidays,
Christmas.
y'all. We'll see y'all in the
Peace
next one.
out.
And stop saying Xmas. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Bye.
Peace out.